104.7 The Cave Mike, the intern here at American Legion Post 639 with James Hills. What branch of the military did you start serve in?
I was in the Army.
Army? The whole time?
Yep, the whole time.
Before we started, you did say you did 20 years?
I did 20 years and 8 months.
And did you sign up like right out of high school?
I did, yeah. So I pretty much graduated in May and then signed up and then went to basic training in October of 2003.
Got a little bit of a summer.
A little bit. I wanted to party with my friends that are going to college.
Yeah.
So
One last.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're pretty close to age. So if you were 03, I'm 01. To date both of us. Sorry, dude.
Nice.
What's it like to be old, man?
Yeah.
You don't have any gray. You don't have the gray like I do.
I'm getting there.
So what'd you do in the Army?
So I first started off, I was a Black Hawk crew chief.
Oh, nice.
So mechanic, door gunner.
Did you ever get to fly one?
No.
They didn't touch that thing?
We had some, like when we'd have test pilots to do run-ups and everything, they'd let one of the crew chiefs sit in the front seat, and I was always like, hey, just let me pull up on that.
Let me hit that thing. Let me push this button. That's really cool. Did you pick that job, or did you just test into it?
I picked it.
You
so
did?
my brother was a second ranger, and he joined in 2000. And he's like, dude, you got to be a Black Hawk crew chief. Like, those guys have the life. So
he set you up. Was he right?
Yeah. I mean, I think for like when it comes to all the different branches you could be in the military, like aviation's like a pretty chill branch.
Yeah, that's good. Even in the Army too, because the Army's technically not a chill branch for the most part. Did you stay on that crew the whole time, or did you move around?
Well, after basic training and AIT Advanced Individual Training, my first duty station was Gimelstadt, Germany.
Cool.
So I was in 5158, and then I was there for about 6 months, and then they asked for actually like 3 months, and then they asked for volunteers to go on an Afghanistan rotation with 3158. And so I volunteered for that, and then moved over to 3158, and then a couple months later left to go to Afghanistan for a year.
And then did you just rotate back and forth for a while? Did you go back to Germany after that, or?
Yeah, so being in Germany, you deploy out Germany, and then once you do your deployments, you go back to Germany.
And then how long did you get to stay in Germany for?
I was there from. Let me see. I got out of AIT 4/20, 2004.
Great day. You didn't get to partake though.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I remember getting out of AIT.
420. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's funny.
But then went over to Germany, and then I stayed over there until September of 2010.
Nice. So you got to spend some time in that country.
For sure. I spent 10 years of my military career in Germany.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Do you ever want to go back?
I'd go back to visit.
But
the best part about it is you can travel around. Everything's close there.
You can get on a bike and go anywhere.
And I was single.
Oh.
Right. You can do it like 18. You can go to clubs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like it's me and my buddies, we had a great time over there.
Did you get a chance to see any bands or anything while you were there?
No, not really.
I was asked that question.
Toby Keith, right?
Oh, really?
That was a big deal.
Oh, hell yeah, that's tight. Did they come to
Rest his soul,
did they come? They came to the base. Did he come to the base?
Yeah, he came to our base.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So,
super cool. He does that.
And then of course, like the USO, they would have bands and stuff come in over there.
That's cool. I've had a couple guys that I've taken that went. They were in Germany in the Army station for maybe like 4 or 5 years in the '80s, and they're like, man, we went and saw Maiden in Switzerland, and we went and saw these guys. And I was like, man, that'd be pretty cool to have that access.
Well, that was an '80s military.
Yeah,
I was a GWAT baby, so we were busy.
Yeah, and you had a little bit more going on than the '80s military did.
Oh, for sure.
With all respect to guys that served in the '80s.
For sure.
What'd you do after Germany?
Afghanistan, went to Iraq, like 6 months after that. When I got back from Iraq, I went to a new duty station in Stuttgart, Germany, where I took over a job being a standardization instructor for all the crew members on UH-60 helicopters, and then did that for about 6 months, and then I went to selection for Special Forces.
That's really cool. So you did Special Forces?
I did, yeah. So went to selection, made it through that, went back to Germany, moved all my stuff to North Carolina, and started the qualification course to get my Green Beret. So I moved there. First thing I had to do was go to airborne school. Got to airborne school and then started the Q course by going through the first school within the qualification course. It was called CLT, Common Leadership Training. So went through that, and that's pretty much a school for your rank that you have in the military. So like all operators on SFODAs are E6s, so you had to get your schools in for E5 and E6.
Yeah.
That's what common leadership training is. And then after that, I went to language school. So in selection, you're allowed to pick your language, but you can't pick your group. So after I got done with selection, I picked French. So then I started my school to learn French. And got a basic proficiency in that, and then straight after that went to another school called Small Unit Tactics, SUT, and that's about a 62-day course where you're just like patrolling and ambushes and raids and just miserable, not sleeping, that kind of thing. And then after that, went through SEER school, so
also
survive,
very
escape,
difficult.
resist, evade.
Yep.
That was about a month long, great course, probably the best one I've ever been through in the military, just because you learn so much about yourself. Sleep deprived, starving.
You get tortured. I mean,
yeah,
it's like this is what happens when you get captured, buddy.
For
Figure
sure,
it out. Yeah,
for
I
sure.
know.
So you get to learn a lot about yourself, and then just getting the classes of just living out on your own and surviving, and
that's cool.
Just living off the land. It was great.
You still, so I get the feeling you still kind of do backcountry stuff.
For
like
sure,
that.
yeah. Well, and I mean, what helped me is I grew up hunting and fishing.
Yeah.
So that definitely.
You kind of already had an idea.
For sure.
Yeah.
So even throughout the entire qualification course, we had to do land navigation, and I grew up coon hunting, and so I was used to walk around the woods at nighttime.
Yeah, or freezing your butt off or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, after SEER, then I went through my MOS training, which was 18 Charlie Special Forces Engineer. That was about 4 months long. And then after that school was done, the final school you have to go through, which is like the combination exercise, is called Robin Sage, and that's about a month long. And once you get done with Robin Sage, if you make it through, then you graduate and you get your Green Beret.
So did you do it?
I did. Yeah. So it took me. It's about 2 years. I went straight through.
That's an extremely limited group of people that get that far. Because I'm sure you started with a bunch of dudes that didn't make it every level that you just dropped.
Yeah, my selection class was like 460 people, and there was like 66 of us that made it.
That's
through.
insane. That's huge. That's insane.
Yeah.
But that tells you that's the system in which they built to make sure that you are the one.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing but I think it's amazing that you did that, because I know through my friend who actually is a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, he had to go through service training like that, and I remember him describing it to me and all the stuff he did, and that was just a little piece of what you did, just a little tiny piece of the giant puzzle. So that's awesome, and I think you might be the first Green Beret that I've actually taken to lunch in all these years, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's badass. Thanks for sharing that with me. And the perspective, where people don't really realize, like, Rangers, Berets are badass dudes, but what it actually takes to actually be able to do that is just like the best of the best, and the dedication it takes is awesome. Now that you're out, you've got a new company called
TACVALVE.
What's that?
So yeah, when I was in special operations, just some lessons learned of stuff that we were issued versus stuff that we actually used in real life. And just taking some of those inventions or ideas that I had, and when I was getting out of the military and trying to figure out what I wanted to do when I got older, my wife kind of pushed me like, hey, see if you can do something with your inventions. And so I built a pitch deck and went down the road of pitching it to investors. And after about 3 months, I found a investment group out of Boise, Idaho to work with me.
And that's what you're doing now.
Yes.
That's badass,
Yeah.
man. So that's a really good, when that happens, I love when it's, I just got in and it's something I wanted to do, and then that turned into this, and that led to this, and now that's why I'm here, because of everything I learned. I think that's a really cool thing, and you took advantage of the opportunities you got, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just cool being able to like have a thought in your mind to now having a product that you sell.
Yeah,
you know?
I can't remember. I think I know this is going to be off base comment, but it's relevant. I think it was the Earth, Wind, and Fire documentary I just recently watched, where one of the guys said it's amazing when we finally are able to realize a dream.
Yes.
Because dreams happen all the time, and sometimes they don't come true. Mm-hmm. But when you can actually witness it and the world catches up to it, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah,
it's magic.
And like the thing is like it's possible. It's just how bad do you want it? It's the same thing of like being an SF and like earning that Green Beret. What it comes down to is just how bad do you want it?
Yeah. And you can't stop until you get it.
For sure.
No matter what they throw at you. And that's what they want.
Yeah.
Well, James, thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for coming to lunch with me today. And if anybody wants to find out more about TACVALVE, where do they go?
TACVALVE.com, TACVALVE.com, or Instagram at TACVALVE.
Hashtag TACVALVE.
Was it TikTok?
Yeah.
Or Facebook. So
awesome. Well, thanks again, man.
All right. Thank you.